Hi guys, this is Guari and today I'm gonna do just a rant about Edison Format because yeah, this is just a rant video. I entered a tournament, used Dargaia, went against Frog or TK and just got beaten mad. So yeah, I just rant video, but that made me think about the problems of Edison Format. In a previous video, I ranked Edison Format as a good format in the constantly good, so it was ranked high. I was already aware of this problem. In fact, this slide has been recycled. Uh, but maybe because I lost in a bad way today, or maybe because this loss reignited um, the old thoughts I had about the problems of Edison, especially the frog problem that these are old thoughts that I had when I started play the format in 2021, and I know that it sounds hypocritical since I was the first player to win a big Edison tournament with Frog deck. It was back in 2022 with Hero Frog, uh, but honestly. Uh, at first, it may seem hypocritical, but honestly, back then, even when I won with Hero Frog, I was just playing the deck out of spite because how to say, but Frog gave me immense psychological damage, and so since I had the Edison form at the time 2022, but since like I put time into learning the format, so to like to make a return on that investment in terms of time, I would just join tournaments with frogs. I honestly at the time I wouldn't even play the format daily because it was boring, and it was boring because of frogs. I think it's a gatekeeper deck. It's just not a gatekeeper deck. It's totally bust. And the problem is that given the diversity of Edison format, if you're not a top contender, it's gonna be really hard uh, to fit in the meta. And that's because, yeah, sorry, because my thoughts are a bit confused. I didn't prepare any kind of dialogue. It's just free thoughts, a cascade of thoughts, a waterfall of thoughts. So the problem is that given the diversity of Edison format for a non-meta deck, it's kinda really impossible. Not impossible, but it's really, really hard, especially at a competitive level. And the problem is not even that it's impossible or that it's hard, but that it's some fun. And I think that because the top decks are strong because they have a strong way to simplify the game, while non-meta decks have an harder time simplifying the game state and also are like more weak. And the problem with frogs is also that they create passive game states, like especially Frog OTK. It can stall a lot with dupe, flip flop, so that it will stall you and it will bounce monsters. And this is a problem, especially for non-meta decks, because I like at least Blackwing as Icarus. GB is well positioned against frogs because you have a Gizarus, and anyway you have a lot of traps. You have a Retiari, so you can counter frogs. Value, it's hard, I'd say, against frogs. But yeah, the problem is that it's unfun. In the previous video that I made about what makes a good format. At least the gameplay as a good key factor for making a format good. And passive gameplay are not it. Like honestly, going against Frog OTK, the two or anyway just Frog feels just like I don't know, going against those kind of stall decks that then pop a Cyberstein and close the game in GOT. It's not a fun gameplay because it's not back and forth. It's just, oh, I'm preparing the OTK, I'm preparing to take a big advantage of the game, and you can't do nothing then. So while it may last many turns, it just a way, it just turns of draw passes, hoping to draw the out. Of course, this is obviously the case for when you're playing on meta decks, because like I said, meta decks like Blackwing, Gladiator Beast have more out, so like it's gonna be a fair game. So at this point, you maybe are asking me, what's all this all about? Why are you complaining? Like everyone knows that in these formats, meta decks are gonna be meta decks. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Uh, it's a futile complaint, but like I said, it's just a rant video. I would just want to rant, like I want to give air to my thoughts because Edison wasn't thought to be like this. When they started Edison, Edison was thought like to be like the first Edison format, the format tournament, the one in March 2010. So all of the lots of deck, lots of diversity, lots of fun decks. I remember that in 2022 when I won the tournament with Hero Frog on format library, Hero Frog was listed like a rogue deck, and that's because like at the time the format uh, like was still undiscovered, underexplored. So, like frogs, I remember that the opinion on frogs is that it's a deck that loses to the side, so it's not gonna be a tier one deck. It's strong, but Blackwing Bayou are gonna be over them because they lose to the side. But like we all know how the format evolves. It became Frog, Blackwing, and Violet first. Then in 2024, GB became more prevalent, like kinda entered the meta. It, like I topped the first rabat where GB topped was in 2024. It was because of me. I topped with GB. So yeah, it also sound hypocritical that why are you complaining? You play GB, so you complain when you lose, otherwise it's all fine. But no, guys, I also had problems with GB. Like honestly, I played the deck because uh, like in spite of because I was tired of Frog, so like I want to join a tournament, but frogs were a pain in the ass. Let's go with GB so that I don't have to care about them. And so I entered and I topped. And also GB is a problem in this format. And that's like I don't think I also have to explain this. We all know the problems with the format. GB and frogs, Black Queen Bayou are oppressive. Have too many ways to simplify the game state compared to no other decks. Black Queen, Bayou, and GBs abuse the most powerful traps in the format. Icarus Attack, Gladiator Beast War Chariot, then what else? Royal Oppression, Tech Devastation Virus. I almost forgot about it despite it's in the slide. So all decks that can't abuse this are disadvantage. Also because like Maya said, the Ice Queen in the video about does Gladiator Beast ruin this format, and said that rock decks like zombie or other decks that can pack a lot of traps are gonna have a really an hard time against GB. And even if you have traps, it's not guaranteed to be game changing because, like back the Greater Beast has a lot of back row removal in forms of trap stun, in form of Icarus attack, Cold Wave. So uh, you can make it, but it's a meta. GB is a meta deck for a reason. And this is this is what I don't like about like the I think that with the over the years as the format got more explored, the gap between tier 1 decks and non-tier 1 decks became much more apparent. So of course at locals you can still have a fun because the level where is gonna be lower. People maybe are just gonna play also there to have a fun time, so they're gonna use their pet decks. But at top levels, it's gonna be like this: Frog, GB, Black Queen, Bayou, some other decks stopping from time to time. But and also those decks, people are playing that not because they think that it's because they're bad decks. Because otherwise, if someone wants to win, they're gonna play 100% Frog, Blackwing Bias, or Gator Beast. People that don't play those decks, it's not because they think that other decks have the same chance of topping, but because they're their pet decks, they have fun playing them, and so they're gonna use them. But I don't know. It's more like I'm kind of disillusioned, and I don't like the way it evolved. So yeah, it's gonna be old man rant. It's gonna be, oh, you're not topping anymore. You're not playing the farm anymore. So now you're shooting on it. But if someone knew me, what I wrote in the in the Discord format also years ago when or even last year because last year I had three tops with Greater Beast. I'm just not playing anymore because I'm not having fun. And now sometimes I play Dark Gaia, and I know that people are like, so what do you expect with Dark Gaia? It's Dark Gaia, you're not gonna make it, you're gonna be on the losing side more and more time. And yeah, that's okay, that's fine. I accept losing. The problem is that I don't like the way when you play no meta decks, you lose in this format, and this kind of losing is getting more more and more frequent. Like I don't like stall games played by frogs. I don't like that I can play a certain decks because of the devastation virus. I don't like the fact that in order to deck build around the devastation virus, I have to make some choices between main and side that are not gonna be optimal against other decks. It's gonna be influenced so it's gonna become more matchup. The bracket lucky matchup is gonna be more even. What to say? I don't know. Yeah, it's. I'm already playing a no meta decks. All these factors I have to consider to factor in. Sorry for the word game. Not uh, it's gonna make the process of playing a no meta deck harder and unfunnier. I don't think also I'm saying lies. I think that all people play the format are aware. So I don't even know why I'm making this video. Like it's not like I'm saying some secret truth. Like I said, it was just a rant video because yeah, that's not it. Also, another reason why I'm not playing, I'm not even going to locals in real anymore. It's because literally frog players take too much play. Uh, that's too hard. Yeah, especially when locals happens at evening. Like when I went to locals, when I would go to locals at evening, it was a pain because players, especially frog players, will consistently go to time and time the match after time lasts like 10 minutes, sometimes even 20 minutes. So this happening every round prolong the format a lot, not the format, prolong the tournament a lot, 1 hour more. Um, so it felt bad because you had to go to bed late. It was it had the stress, so it wasn't a chill night anymore because yeah, it was frustrating to watch, to have to wait people that constantly go to time, especially frogs. And the fact is that they were slow. Like I witnessed these matches. Sometimes a player waited 5 minutes for going from standby phase to main phase because he had to think on the cards to activate during the standby phase. I don't know. This just doesn't feel right. It's, and the problem is that at locals you can't even force them to play faster because it's still a friendly environment. So forcing someone to play faster is gonna be perceived something as rude. And this is also a reason why I don't play current because I'm at the moment I'm just playing some retro formats like Perfect Circle. I'm also playing Edison dailies from with friends and some other retro formats from time to time. But I'm also playing Duel Links, and in thing that I like about Duel Links is that there's a timer. So people can't waste time thinking. People have to think fast. Sometimes people lose because the timer runs out. It happened a lot of time to me, but that's okay. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's true that the timer is too restrictive, but I rather have this the way that than in Edison format because especially with Frog OTK, when going against Frog OTK and people thinking really hard for a long time after they did a Tronade or a Ivy Storm, and so the field is free to go. Okay, there's Gors, maybe there's Tragoedia, but you can't. You should. The line should be automatic. Just go for the TK line, and that's it. But it shouldn't take like 10 minutes. It should take much less. Like 10 minutes. I don't see how this is different from solitaire in a current. So that's it. I don't really like the way Edison format evolve. I don't like this. I don't like the soul games with frogs. I don't like that the games have become much more oppressive. I don't like that Gladiator Beast is an anti-rock deck. So you have to play decks that play lots of traps. So you have to draw them. Otherwise, it's GG. GB will easily swarm over you, and it's not like like with our guy at the moment, I have a positive win rate against Gladiator Beast because I built the deck in order to counter them. So like honestly, it's still possible to counter a Gladiator Beast. I don't know for all the decks in the format, uh, but it could be that every deck can have a way to deck building to GB because Gladiator Beast basically lose to disruptions. Honestly, I don't even want to discover because like the process of learning a new deck is not pleasant because of this reason. Because frog games against frogs takes too much, and it's on all through the out. Uh, you have the out to do the duo block. The games takes too much, so it's gonna be irritating. So that's also part of it. Like I am the last decks I played in Edison format are they're Gaia basically and the Gladiator Beast. Just because these decks have a way to beat frogs, they're Gaia less, Gladiator Beast more. Because like if I have to play another deck and think on how to deck build to play around to deck build around virus to deck build in order to have it enough 8 side against frogs in order not to lose him in order to be able to go over the dupe log. It's too much stuff, too much testing, too much unfunny games, too much stalling games. Like I just want to have fun. So, like, honestly, nowadays when I want to have fun, I just log in on Dual Links and I play a quick short game. I don't care if honestly, when I lose in Dual Links, I don't get mad, and that's because the game is short. So, like, this game is short and it's skill intensive. So I had my mind occupied. So, and anyway, it was over fast. And even when games go longer, I don't because the games are really skill intensive with lots to do in a short time. Uh, it doesn't feel like I don't feel the anxiety of every draw because oh what is gonna draw now my own opponent. Every draw like it can be devastating. So factor in the anxiety of all the draws, especially against frogs. The game is going too much long. I don't know. It's not a pleasant experience. Also factor in all the fucking Saki cards. Honestly, I'm not even talking about dash shoot or brain control. Like honestly, you gotta be honest. Since playing the format, like, okay, dash shooter brain control felt are strong, but I never felt bummed out by them. Like, oh no, he drew dash shoot, I'm gonna lose the game. Oh, he drew brain control, yeah, it's gonna be strong. That's it. But those are cards that can also be dead. Also, I'm gonna say you can play around in certain ways against brain control. But another card that I've come to hate is Starlight Road. Honestly, I rather have free Solemn Judgment and zero Starlight Road because Starlight Road is a bullshit card that also allow players to do bullshit plays. Like today, I log in a rank for Edison. I went against a gladiator beast who's go went first a quest set 5. Okay, he can have judgment, he can have dark bribe, he can have starlight road, and that's the problem. The fact is, you have storm, and he dark bribes you or he solemn judgment you. That's okay. Okay, the storm was countered. It's gonna, it's not gonna lose those cards. But if he has a light road, he's gonna summon a Stardust, like, and with all the backers, basically the game is over. I also stole lots of games thanks to Starlight Road, and that's a bullshit card. And the problem I was forgetting to say is that this Gladiator Beast player didn't even have Starlight Road among the set, and that's a play that's kind of upsetting. Like I also play this way sometimes, and sometimes it rewards, sometimes it doesn't. Like you set everything to make your opponent thinking you have Stealth Road so that he doesn't drop Storm. And that's not even a skilled play. It's just a play that rewards Saki cards, two strong cards existing, because it's just psychological pressure. I can't activate Storm because if they start throw they lose the game, and so opponent Gladiator Beast player just goes at 5 with Trapstun with back row to protect the monsters. So next turn you're just gonna be I can't say that word beaten by Gladiator Beast doing all their jokes, all their games. So yeah. Oh, this is really a long rant, but that's it. Top decks have too many ways to simplify the games, have access to bullshit cards, so the format has become unfun. I think that that's not even a problem unique to Edison. Like, maybe the reality is that in the end, all Yu-Gi-Oh retro formats sucks because of every time we rediscover them, we discover that they are as not as nice as we hope to. Like also Tengu Plant is agents winning everywhere, and anyway agents is just too strong. I think the fact that Tengu Plant isn't growing, it's also because players got disillusioned with the format. Like I remember people complained that in the team war, in the World League for Tengu Plant, the World League was just basically agents. Art is also a format that isn't evolving in a good way, but I knew that like it was really apparent in 2022 people were denying it, like they were saying ends are shitty, Georgia is shitty, at without ends is the best deck. But now in from 2023, I guess people realized, or 2024, people realized ends are good, Georgia is great, and it's a bit his top decks are Jarge and At. Of course, also other decks are topping, but I think that At suffers some problems, some similar problems compared to Edison. So mm, it's not. It's more like play a format where you have a pet deck and play it. S- So that's the kind of philosophy. Pick your poison, just swallow it. But everything is gonna suck in the end. Uh, at the moment, I'm playing Perfect Silkor. Uh, it seems good as a form, but just at the start. We're just rediscovering it to see if it has a chance to be a good format and instead of a trash format. At the moment, I'm liking it because uh, the format is fair. Like the only unfair card is Crash Card Virus. Everything else is fair. So like there aren't easy way to simplify the game state. It's not like you don't have Gizaros popping to, you don't have really hard stalling games with the dual block that go plus well, even if you destroy it, so you get it. Royal oppression is there, but it works with got ruling, so it's weaker. So at the moment, yeah, it's my go-to format for when I want a chill duel. Mm, And like I have side against frogs. I have side against frog. I side the free needle sailing to kill the dupe lock and to kill all the monarchs and stuff. But it's really a draw the out situation. I get it, I get it. But I don't like the non games because even if the game lasts many turns, it can still be a non games. And no meta decks against frogs, a lot of time it's just non games. Yeah, it's really, really hard. So that's it, guys. Okay. Thanks for listening to the rant. If you made it to the end, tell me your opinion in the comments. I don't. You can critic me. It was just this video was more for me than for you. Like I just want to rant about it. Like I said, I lost in a tournament. I dropped the first round because of the rage of losing against Frog TK. Uh, so guys, I don't know. It's just Yu-Gi-Oh in the end. Pick your poison, or maybe just stop playing it. But then, like, I'm not stopping playing it because like I'm playing Duel Links, I'm playing Perfect Circle. But definitely, I wish Keegan and other create. I wish Keegan first that maybe he could make a custom banner list about Edison format to fix the problems on the format. Because I think Edison format can be fine. Like playing between meta and non-meta decks is fine. You can have a good time. But like I just want to make a point. But there were two formats where Frog and Gladiator Beast were tier zero. Okay, Frog was tier zero because he had access to a 50k with Mass Driver and Rolling Toadin. But Gladiator Beast was tier zero in the format where it had where there were G0 free. Of course, the power level was weaker, but it's saying stuff. These decks are strong, are doing good because they're really, really strong. They're strong in an unfair ways because the way they're built, they're just too strong. They have many ways to simplify the game state. So and to recover, they're much more recover compared to other decks. But the fact is that the game is oppressive. It's not like at this point. I don't think Edison is a good, isn't the format that it was meant to be. It failed. Edison format failed as a format. It didn't deliver what it promised. Keegan can cop all he wants. Like I remember him coping on the Fairy being the best deck. People just need to master it. But it's just a lie. It's not it, man. Of course, Edison. It's still a good format. Like you can have fun with it. Especially you can also have fun, especially if you play top decks because uh, there can still be good skilled grinding games. Like I play top decks, so I know that it can also be fun, especially playing against. But the fact that Edison format promised diversity, but the diversity that we got on isn't healthy diversity, I guess. The devastation virus isn't healthy. Duplock and Monarchs every turn aren't healthy. Colossal Fighter or TK isn't healthy. Uh, Yuzarus, Chariot Recycling ain't healthy. They're too oppressive. Like I said, one of the ways to say if a format is good is to measure the gap between top tier decks and non-top tier decks, and the gap has been growing. That's also because players are getting better, so it's harder to steal games with non-meta decks, even if you're a good player. So I guess Edison has been the best format when exploring it, but now it's not the best format. Yeah, it became just another popular format, but it failed in my opinion. I don't know if the fact that radio has become popular as having a surge in popularity is like a testimony of that. People want to try new things. People are tired of frogs. People are tired of non-games and gas frogs or greater beasts. Honestly, I don't. I'm having more fun playing against Vayu or uh, Blackwing. Like they feel, they still feel like Edison decks. But man, frogs and greater beast, Blair. What to say? Okay, guys, thanks for listening to the rant. This is the end of this video. Like I said, blast me in the comments. I don't care. Tell me noobs, whatever. See ya, guys.